Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I take care of the orchid that is blooming. This is growing season in my country, but I still keep the spike of this orchid and it have two buds here. It's going to bloom in some days. And I'm going to talk about how I take care of that. Okay, let's get started. And as you can see here, the orchid is not healthy at all. Several weeks ago, my orchid got rot leaves right here, and the leaf already fell off. And I used limestone powder to cure the wound. And now I have to take care of this because it's not healthy now, but it still have to flower. So how to help it grow? There's 3 rules that you need to follow when you take care of an orchid like this. The rule number 1 is that when your orchid had some flowers, it doesn't need more nitrogen. It needs potassium, phosphorus, vitamin, minerals, and anything like that, because it needs nutrients to grow the flowers, not the leaves. If you give it nitrogen this time, it will focus on growing leaves and not the spikes. So the rule number 1, don't give it nitrogen. And if you use natural fertilizer just like me, don't use sour enzyme like pineapple enzyme or pineapple or some other fruits enzyme like that, because sour liquid can make the flower fade really fast. You can use some type of enzyme that contains potassium like banana peels, or vitamin like aloe vera enzyme for orchids, but don't use pineapple enzyme for this stage. Okay. The rule number 2 that you need to follow is that at this time your orchids need waters, but don't spray to the spike. Never spray to the spike, let alone the flower. You will ruin the spike and the flowers by spraying to this part of the plant. And don't spray to the leaves too, because you may got rot leaves, rot stems, something like that. I usually spray to the medium inside the pot so that the orchid will have enough nutrients and water to grow the spikes. Only the spot, only the roots this time. Remember that. Sometimes it will when it doesn't have enough nutrients and water, it may take energy from the leaves, and the leaves will become really soft and yellow, but it's okay. It's okay for it this time. If you try your best to spray to the leaves to save those soft leaves, soft yellow that time, your orchid may have rot leaves and it may say goodbye to you after that. So please don't think of the leaves this time. Just focus on the roots. Give the nutrients for the roots. And if you feel that your leaves are really ugly at this stage, it's okay. You will have new leaves in the future. Don't try your best to spray fertilizer to the leaves. You may cause other problem to the plants. Okay. And finally, the rule number 3. When you grow an orchid, even in blooming season or growing season, this time is growing season in my country, in Vietnam, but even in blooming season, please give your orchids a schedule so that you will get your orchid get familiar with the schedule, and it will not be stressed by the thing that you give it. Let me give you an example about the schedule that I give my orchid. I put it in a place, only one place, which is my balcony, and I don't move it every day to make sure that it has only one environment outside, so it will get a little bit light in daytime, and in nighttime it will not have any light. It will get familiar with the condition of the environment, and I put it under a roof so it will not get any rainwater if when it is raining outside. Okay, and I water it in summer. I water it twice a day. In winter I will water it twice a week too, because it's really dry in summer and winter. But in autumn and spring, I water it only twice a week, and in autumn I will water it 3 times a week, and I do it all the season so that it will get familiar with the amount of water that I give it, and I fertilize it 1 or twice every day with very small amount of fertilizer, just like I shared with you before, and it will get familiar with the amount of water and fertilizer that I give it, and it will not be shocked. It will never be shocked about that. Maybe when you watch a lot of my videos, or watch many videos from YouTube, you will give your orchid so many types of fertilizer, or you may give your orchids a lot of water, or you may soak this on a basket of water. But it's not the normal thing. When you do so many things to your orchids, it will get stressed, because it's not normal thing for it to grow. When it is in natural, it sometimes got some rain, sometimes it have this, sometimes it gets some rainwater, and sometimes it has nothing to eat, but it cannot die like that. But when you put it inside your house and you give it too much water, you do different things on one day, and now the next day you do different things to eat, and it will like, oh, I don't know what you want to do to me. So the orchid will be stressed about that, and you may give it too much water and too much fertilizer when you try new things for it. So please remember that you need a stable plan for your orchids, and you need to stick to that plan to make sure that your orchid will not be shocked of that plant, especially when it has flowers like this. And today I'm going to share with you guys 2 methods that I usually use when my orchids has a flower like this. As you can see here, the roots right here is almost dying because of the temperature outside. Several weeks ago, in my country, this year had some really, I don't know how to describe the weather this year, but it's really different from normal. We usually don't have too much rain in summer, especially in the beginning of summer like this year, and all of a sudden it stops raining and the temperature becomes really high. So because of the difference between the temperature at night and day, for several days, almost half of my orchids got rot leaves because the temperature outside is too high and it's burned the leaves and burned some some stems and roots of the plants. And you can see here almost the stem here is ruined because of the temperature. Just because of the temperature, it's really hard for your orchids to survive on those days. And now the temperature is better now. It's not that hot now, and I saved my orchid from that. So now I need to take care of it. And as I said before, it doesn't need too much fertilizer in this stage, but I still have to give it enough mineral and vitamin. So I decided to give it Epsom salt. And here I have about 100 ml of water, and I will add about 1 gram of Epsom salt, or you can say that just a pinch of Epsom salt. Epsom salt contains a lot of potassium and sulfur, so it's really great for orchids to have enough minerals. And at this stage, actually, the orchids cannot eat too much of things. It's really kind of weak, you know. It got all the energy. It focused all the energy on the flowers. So actually, you may think that it needs to raise the flowers, so it needs a lot of nutrients, but it doesn't go like that. When it has flowers to bloom, it almost needs only water, and I just give minerals and vitamins just like just a little bit for it to feel better. It's just like when it is unhealthy, it cannot eat or drink too much, just a little bit enough for it to maintain. That's why when you watch a lot of videos and you give your orchids too much nutrients, and it doesn't work at this time at all. If you want to give your orchids too much nutrients, it is when the orchid is growing the spike. When the spike is small like this, you should give it a little bit more nutrients. But when the spike is almost really long like this, it's time to stop it. So just a little bit is enough for this. And there is another rule that I want to talk about is that it is not the main blooming season of the orchid, so I don't let it to keep the flowers for a long time. I will enjoy the flowers for several days, like for a week, and then I will cut the flowers to make sure that my orchids will have enough energy to grow. Because it looks really unhealthy now, so I don't force it to keep the flowers for a long time, because when you let the orchid to keep the flower for a really long time, you may see that the leaves will be really soft and yellow, because your orchid take the energy from the leaves to raise the flower. So that's why I do so. So in case that you don't have Epsom salt, I will give you another choice, which is vitamin B1. Vitamin B1, or you can use rice water if you want. This is vitamin B1 is really kind of good for your orchids because it contains the vitamin that can stimulate the process inside the plant. So your plant will be kind of, digest better, it can absorb water better, it can absorb nutrients better, and it will have greener leaves with this vitamin. If it doesn't have flower this time, when it take this vitamin, it will have a lot of roots and new leaves. So I'm going to give it just a pill of vitamin B1 with 100 ml of water like this, and stir to make sure that the vitamin diluted in the water like this, and I pour it to the roots. Please remember, do not spray it to the leaves and especially the spike or the flower, only the roots. You can use sprayer, but I am lazy, so I just pour to the roots like this. I don't spray to the roots. Okay, it's really easy. So I show you 2 ways to take care of your orchids when it is blooming. When you see the flowers, you see the bud like this, you can see that it will bloom in several days because the bud is really big now, and it looks so soft like this. And actually, I can tell that my orchid is not healthy at all because when I look at the bud at the top, you can see that it's kind of stopped growing. Okay, you see that? It's kind of stopped growing. It's really soft and a little bit yellow. It means that it may stop growing in the future. So there's no flowers from this point, but it may got some new branches from those nodes because those nodes still have chance to grow smaller branches in the future. So let's see. Okay. And I'm going to share with you guys another tips that I use in summer and winter when it is really dry outside, is that I will put a basket of water near the orchid outside on my balcony, and all the orchids will have a little bit more humidity from these baskets. And because of this baskets, the temperature outside is a little bit lower. And sometimes I will put this orchid under a big plant on my balcony, so it is a little bit cooler than at the spot of the balcony. And actually, the orchid cannot stand when it's too hot or too cold or too dry. It needs humidity, it needs wind, and it needs a little bit light. So please give the orchid the perfect environment that you have in your house so that your orchid will grow really well, and it doesn't have to face any problem like my orchid now. Okay, let me tell you a little bit more about my orchid. It got some broad leaves and it fell off, but the root, look at the root, there's some strong root now. So I wish that in the future it will grow new roots. After several days, I will cut the flowers so that it will have enough energy to regrow new roots and new leaves. Actually, when you give your orchid a routine or a stable schedule, it will know what it have and what it will have, and it will know that what it can keep and what it cannot. It's really smart. As you can see here, it's not healthy at all. So it tries its best to stop growing more and more buds here. So it is very smart. And you give it a stable schedule, it will know that, oh, this week I will have this amount of water and have this amount of fertilizer. So I give up to grow more flowers to focus on curing my own and grow more leaves and roots, because I don't have enough roots and leaves now. The orchid is really smart. So just give it a stable schedule and it will know what it can do. Believe me. Okay, so Thanks for watching and see you next time.